Greetings, everyone. I'm Tyler Caldwell.
I'm Steve Mawby.
And for all you naysayers out there talking about dinosaurs are extinct, well, got some news for you. We made a discovery here.
And we'd like to introduce you to our new friend, Agasaurus.
Boom. What's that? All right, I'll let him know. Agasaurus just informed me that he's a little tired, he's a little aged, wink wink, and he's also very camera shy, so don't mind us if we do all the talking here.
So Agasaurus comes in a 10-count bundle in the 6x54 Vitola. So the Perfecto Vitola. It is a Nicaraguan Puro, so pure Nicaraguan tobacco for anybody who doesn't speak cigar.
Absolutely. If you are a fan of the Nicaraguan varietals, this is going to be right up your alley. So what's been most interesting to me about this release with the Agasaurus by Lost and Found is it pays more of a homage to their old mantra where the cigars were lost and then Lost and Found them.
Yeah, and they found, I think, 2,500 of them, so it's a very limited release.
Absolutely.
It's coming to Smokingpipes on Wednesday, September 4th.
That's right.
And it is a Smokingpipes exclusive, because I think anybody who's into the Nicaraguan tobaccos, anybody who's into the Lost and Found aesthetic, I think they're really going to be happy with this cigar.
Absolutely.
I mean, really cool band. The artwork on this is awesome. You've got the dinosaur there that Robert Caldwell told us is the cousin of the Spinosaurus because he's an archaeologist now. Really cool designs on everything, really well constructed cigar. I love the shape, the torpedo tips. Just a really well constructed, really solid cigar.
I gotta say, like, Lost and Found really knocked it out the park with the whole design, the engineering of the logo, the message behind it.
Yeah, and Lost and Found historically hasn't really done a lot of Nicaraguan, so this is, kind of outside of their normal wheelhouse, and I really think they absolutely killed it.
For sure.
I'm getting a lot of like dark chocolate. I'm getting like cedar, leather, like earthy notes to it, and maybe a little bit of citrus.
I can get some of that
kind of coming through underneath there. So really complex, medium to medium full body. And just really, so far, early on in the cigar, just great.
I would say, like, you kind of hit it on the nail on the head for me with the chocolate note. Like, I would even maybe go into the depth of saying, like, a kind of like a creamy but like crisp chocolate note, like kind of like a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Very rich, very thick into the flavor. I can tell, I'm not very far into this, but you can tell the body of this cigar is definitely going to be that medium plus, the fuller spectrum with the body. I would say additional notes that I get from this, the citrus I can get there, especially on the retro. I would also say maybe like a type of like a roasted red pepper.
Yes.
On the retro, like definitely that peppery tone is coming through. And I'd also like to say, using the terminology of chocolate, what I find interesting about the shade of the leaf, it has like a really nice, smooth, milky, almost like a silky texture to it, but that milky chocolate vibe to the wrapper.
Between the wrapper and, I think you said it best when you talked about the creaminess of it, it's just like creamy milk chocolate. The wrapper, the flavor, everything, and then you get the spicy notes in there with the red pepper, like you said. Just kind of a lot going on here, and I'm really liking all of it.
And I would even go to say, like, I'm no fortune teller, but with the little bit I've smoked so far, I can tell the cigar will potentially ramp up in strength. I wouldn't necessarily say like a very full strength, but I would say maybe going from like medium to medium plus. This would be a great like after dinner kind of smoke. Definitely make sure you got a little food on your stomach when you're smoking this guy. But I so far I am very much enjoying this.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that before I came in here first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. But yeah, this would be a perfect after dinner. Just kind of relax. You finished your day, you got a full belly, just have this to top it off.
So to me, I would say this cigar is something, there's some elegantness about it, but it's also like, it's the type of cigar that you can, going back to like an after dinner smoke, sit in your smoking room, sit on your front porch, wherever you like to smoke, and it's like a way to just cut the world off. And just sit there and just, reflect or not even think at all, because you can focus on something that is this delicious.
Yeah, and it's sort of a full-bodied elegance, which maybe kind of seems like an oxymoron, but I think that's really a great way to put it. Like, it's very smooth, very creamy, but it's still got a kick. You know you're smoking a cigar. You know, it's not lightweight, it's not dainty, it's
For sure.
you know, fairly stout, but still like creamy, smooth, just really nice cigar.
I mean, and if you want to go with the term oxymoron here, I would say what I like about cigars like this, and it's usually what I search for in a cigar, is I like something that's very well balanced,
Yep.
but I also like the complexity of it.
Yeah.
I like knowing that when I smoke this, I'm getting remnants of the previous flavor that I had, but I'm also getting, like, it's like I'm tasting something new with every few puffs.
Yeah, I mean, even just the little bit that I've worked my way through this, it's already kind of changing on me. I'm getting more of the cedar. The chocolate is kind of, I think I said dark when I first started, and it's kind of like mellowed into more of like a milk chocolate.
For sure.
Yeah, it's already changing on me, and I still have a long way to go on this.
And I gotta say, like, you know, being a Perfecto, you know, having 2 tapered ends and everything, you know, it really goes to show you, for one, the construction is amazing, but you know, when you think about sizes like this, it's a lot more difficult for the rollers and these manufacturers to make. But it also goes back to that complexity that I was talking about, because it's opening up as it gets wider. And then now it's going to start getting more into that balance as like the shape is going to be a little more consistent.
Yeah. And I'm getting, you know, a smoother draw as it's opening up, getting more smoke, more flavor just in general on my palate. For sure. A lot more kick when I'm doing the retrohale. Yeah, and it's just such a well-constructed cigar. I'm really impressed with how well this is burned from the very first light, and yeah, it's just great overall.
And another point I would like to make is going back to that old philosophy of lost and found. You know, most of their stuff, when he was, you know, Robert was releasing things, you were buying a new release, but you were buying something that was aged.
Yeah, it was like a very old cigar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe you can attest to this with me here, but like there's something like of like an aged tobacco taste.
Yeah,
like it doesn't have that under fermented.
It's definitely mature, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely. I'm tasting some age on this, and you can just sense it in the way everything's blending together. There's no real rough edges, nothing really stands out, just really smooth, everything blends together, and all the different flavors are complementing each other very nicely.
Absolutely.
So yeah, with how good this cigar is, I think it's going to be very popular, and it is a very limited release.
Absolutely.
So, you know, if you're interested in it, I would definitely jump on it. And yeah, I'm just really excited about this cigar and to be partnering with Lost and Found on such a great release.
Absolutely.
Just really exciting.
So you guys watching at home, September 4th, grand release of these bad boys here. Get them before they're extinct.
After years of research, paleontologist Robert Caldwell has discovered a new species of dinosaur that could be the closest known relative of the Spinosaurus. Meet Agasaurus. Agasaurus is believed to have roamed the fields and volcanic rock of Central America during the late Cretaceous period. What set Agasaurus apart was its unique adaptation to its environment, and over time, its elongated spines evolved to support the growth of the surrounding plant life. These spines, originally for display and perhaps thermoregulation, became modified to house tobacco leaves, creating a symbiotic relationship between the dinosaur and the plant. As Agasaurus moved through its habitat, it inadvertently spread tobacco seeds, aiding in the plant's proliferation. This fascinating adaptation highlights the interplay between organisms and their environments to the tobaccos we can enjoy in the new Lost and Found Agasaurus release.